Hi there, my name is Darren Stephenson. I just got top 64 at UK Nationals in Birmingham, and I played Gouki. I think Gouki was like the obvious choice because I think Trickstar Sky Striker is really bad, and the mirror is pretty awful. And after playing it at the YCS now that it's a real revealed deck, I just feel like it can't beat something as simple as a 1900 beat stick a lot of the time. So I just really didn't want to play something like that for an event which is full of like diversity and rogues such as UK Nationals. So I decided to play Gouki because not only does it have a really insane Trickstar Sky Striker matchup, it's also a combo deck with a really high ceiling. So it lets you just play in decks like Paleo or some other rogue stuff like that, which can help you play through back row and then just get auto wins when you win the roll and just make the U-Link. And going second, it has a lot of pushes. And people think this deck is fragile and inconsistent, and I have no idea why. Because like, it's extremely consistent, more consistent than something like Spiral was back in the day. And it also just pushes even harder. Like fair enough, Spiral had stuff like Spiral Tough, but this just has insane pushes, and the Gokis just keep replacing themselves. So Trickstar find it really hard because like all the Gokis keep replacing themselves and you keep getting advantage, and they just can't deal with that. So I'll just get to the deck profile. So I played 3 Shipwrecks. This is a Gouki starter card. It's like your best one more or less. And you want to see him with any other Gouki, that's like your best starter card, because making a Zold and searching 2 Goukis is the best scenario if they draw you. I played 3 Twist. I tried to max out on as many Goukis as possible, and Twist is like the best one when you're in time because of its effect to give attack, and also when you're under cherries as well, you need to be able to apply a lot of pressure. 2 Octa Stretch. I didn't want to. You can just you summon this one off Zolde, and I didn't want to play like less copies than 2 of it because if you draw, it'll be a Garnet, and I don't want my Goukis to be a Garnet. 2 Headbat. You can get away with 1, but if people think it's correct to reincarnation on the Headbat effect, I didn't want to lose one of my Goukis, so I wanted to play the other copy of it that gives us that utility. 2 Scorpio, sorry. So I played more than 1 copy of him because I play the Sky Striker package with Engage and Hornet Drone. So if you draw him with Engage and Hornet Drone, then you can just tribute over the Kukari and summon him, and then you have your then this works with every single extender. Whereas it wouldn't normally work with Junk Forward. And he's also good because like in Italian Nationals, also Inspector Border was really popular, and I was quite scared of that, so I wanted to have like an engine out to it. So being able to just normal summon this and just attack over is really good. And I just played one bear because it's just like the worst one, but it's just you need as many names as possible just so you can get as much advantage when you're doing your U-Link. That was a number of Goukis. I kind of want to play more, but it's just hard to fit everything. 1 Ibley, just so you can do like the obvious nightmare combos. Even drawing this is insane. Like it's not even a Garnet. If you draw it, it means you have a live firewall at the end of your combo instead, and you just put it back with Unicorn. The only hand traps I played was Free Ash, aside like the rest. But like I say, I'm at UK Nationals and I wasn't really sure if I was going to play more Rogue than Meta. So I just wanted to play the hand trap that just covered everything. And plus this is a hand trap that stops you from getting draw reincarnated when you go second. So that was the monsters. The spells, so just a Rhoda, just as another Gouki. It was a bit weird not playing Jug Forward with this because it means this isn't a starter card by itself unless you have this and a Gouki monster. So I kind of want to fit Junk Forward in there somewhere. So this or put a spy, so it means this is like a starter / extender. But we'll see. I also played 3 instant fusions. I wanted to max out on like my best starter cards and extenders because you can just play this in open play. My other extenders I played 3 Engage and 3 Hornet Drone. So yeah, I love this. Because not only is this like a really good starter card, this gives you utility, being able to side stuff like Afterburner. Like I said, I was really scared of Inspector Border, so I sided Afterburner, so then I could play 4 copies of out to my deck, whilst also it's still being an engine card, starter card. And also it can just randomly get you draws as well, which Jump Forward doesn't do. It doesn't happen too often, but when it does happen, it can really matter, especially when you're pushing under hand traps. And also it just means that it gives you utility with the nightmares. So like this, is a 1 card like Cerberus or Phoenix, whereas jump forward is just special jump forward, whereas this gives you more utility. And also the 2 rematch, so you play 2 because of Ghost Spell as well, so if it gets negated you search another one, and also if you add this in the reincarnation one then you just search another one, so like it just feels like there's no really good time to reincarnation this deck at all. Some guy even tried to randomly do it when I passed for turn and I bricked, funnily enough, and then he just gave me a new hand and I just already killed him. But like, I understand why he did that, because there's just no real good time to reincarnation this deck. You just have to hope to get lucky. And then the exclusively extenders non-star cards I played Reborn, Soul Charge and Succession. These were the main reasons why I bricked in the weekend, which was a bit of a shame because I bricked in my top 64 match like twice. But like, to be honest, like this makes the deck more powerful, and I feel like you kind of need that, especially when you go second. I'd probably like to move these to the sideboard or something, so it means like every game one my deck's as consistent as possible, and then post siding when I go second I have as many pushes as possible. But whenever I drew these going first, they were just really bad. But for Jordan Gallagher, who played the exact same list as me, he got top 4. I really think he could have won the event, but it was just a shame he bricked in top 4 and lost the die roll. He said they were amazing for him. They weren't that great for me, so I'll just keep testing with these and see if I like them by the time I decide if I want to play this for Euros or not. Free Call by the Grave, because like it's a pseudo extender because it just negates a hand trap. It also has great utility playing into Draw Reincarnation, because like I feel like that's the only way Trickstar beats us, and that's literally the only way. Excuse me, I've got a cold. The only way that Trickstar Sky Striker really beats you is if you get Draw Reincarnation. So play through this, and plus just to play through any generic hand traps, and also randomly good against their Reincarnation and Grave effect and just other stuff as well. And the 2 equip spells, so the obvious one that you just discard to gain like daft advantage, and then this one was just so good for me this weekend. It was just daft how good it was. I would just randomly draw it and I'd feel like, oh, it's another garnet, but it's not, because it just puts in work and just pops back row and just like gains mad advantage, and then you just end up killing them even though you've drawn like a Noble Arms equip spell. Like, that just sounds ridiculous. And then the traps, so this is another extender. Kind of want to play in 3 of this because this was so good. It's just like, it just says I'll summon a warrior. That's excellent. Like, that's exactly what I want. This in a Gouki just sends you flying. And having as many extenders as possible means you can play under hand traps. So if you have an extender and a Gouki and they hand trap you, you just need another extender and then you just make the U again. It's crazy. Like, even if you're under cherries and stuff. So that was the main deck. I played 40. The extra deck, I played 2 as all. There isn't 2 decks, I borrowed one, so thanks for Henry for letting me borrow one. And yeah, you want to play 2 of this obviously, because if like the first one gets disrobed, you want the second one, because people randomly negate the first effect, and then you just link it away and make another one, and then the second effect slides to summon Octa Stretch. So I'll play the Kagari, so you make this to tribute over for a Scorpio or something, and also has utility to add back Engage, so you can draw Hornet Drone and stuff. Underclock Taker, just a generic link 2 to go into when you're doing the U, and also when you're under cherries you just summon this instead of a Zolde, and if you have an extra extender then you just do the full U and it's like it's never happened. Rajin, I didn't play Invoker the level 3 because I just don't really feel like Invoker comes up that often. Like, it only comes up if like you have instant fusion with a hand trap, and I didn't want to play Invoker for the off chance I got a break, considering the extra deck's really tight. And also, I wasn't playing jump forward, so it didn't make any sense too. And this is great because you can summon this into a 2 Lycoris board, and taking 800 per ad is just really expensive. So if you book 1, 400 per ad just doesn't really feel that bad, because you can just add without paying attention when there's only 1 Lycoris there, and then just kill them. If there's 2 there, you have to be really cautious and get rid of 1 with Cerberus. But if you have instant, you just get rid of 1 with Rajin. The Nightmare package, 2 Mermaids, so I summon this to summon the Ibli and then finish it off for the U. 2 Goblins, so you need to burn through one of your Link 2s to do the U, so you can bring 1 back with Ibli, and I thought this was the best one. Because like no summons is nice, and plus like the 2 arrows just means that if somebody summons 1 on this side or summons 1 on this side, then it doesn't matter whether you summon Cerberus or Phoenix, because Ibli can be awkward if you have to burn through one of these and you summon Ibli to the other side of Goblin. So that's why I played 2 of this. and then I played one of each of these because obviously they're utility for pushing, and you ideally just want the game to be quick and kill them. People play multiple copies of these, but like it comes up sometimes, I guess. But if they out the U, then you're probably going to lose anyway, so you don't really need the extra copy. One of the unicorn, just for the utility and get rid of stuff, and also for when you straight draw Ibley. One Trigate to finish off the U. I always end with this. If I can U and not end on this, I don't do it. I'd rather just end on this and not U them, because evenly match is a thing. And Trigate's just more powerful than the U, I think. But doing Trigate in the U, like, that's just perfect. I'm not losing unless the Sphere mode means. Sometimes I don't even lose then. Firewall, because it's like the centerpiece of the whole combo. This card's literally why this deck exists. It's just crazy. And I had one extra space since I had to drop the Invoker stuff. I could have played, like, I'm not really sure, something else, but I just threw this in for the for when people did this, because you can't be targeted and can't be destroyed by battle, so people say there's no out, but you can just go like double Trigate link and then just attack over the goblin for double damage, and then they have to either just get rid of this to link and push into your board, or just leave it there and then just keep getting attacked over. And if they link over this, then they've outed it themselves, then you just apply pressure next turn with maybe your own bar load, I guess. And that was the extra deck. And then the side deck. So I played 3 Gamma Seal. I was scared of Inspector Border, so at the start of the day I was like siding this against Trickstar, and then I slowly noticed that people weren't doing that, so I'd stop siding these in against Trickstar. But this is also especially good against Pure, because if they have multiple Widow Anchors, things can get a bit hard, but if you just give them a Gamma Seal, it's like you've just got rid of their entire back row. And also for random Draco stuff too. And when I did side in against Trickstar, it was good just to hit a Lycoris, because it acted like Raijin Light in that sense, and you didn't burn as much. And then you can just put Gamma Seal to 0 attack and then just hit over it with the Trigate double damage with Firewall for 5k. The hand traps, 2 Ghost Ogre and Draw. I feel like these are the best hand traps, so Draw's just can stop Gouki and is just really good. I side this in going first and second against Trickstar, so when I go first and they hand trap and they draw me, I have my own draw. And also, I need more cards to hopefully stop Trickstar from draw Reincarnation in me, because I feel like that's the only way to win. And Ghost Ogre, I feel like it's one of the best hand traps against Gouki and against Pure, because this hits multi-roll and it also can hit Firewall, which can make things really awkward for Gouki. I also played, where's it gone? The one Afterburner for if people were doing Inspector Border stuff, and it just made my engine have that utility to out random cards. I played get rid of like big back row stuff. I preferred the third twin over the third evenly matched, because like I'd rather have this is better in grinds, I think, especially if you've got like cards on the field, so you can control what you hit with this, and also certain floodgates. Whereas if you evenly match them, they can leave one floodgate in board. I don't really like that. But this is especially good against like Pure Sky Striker, hence why it's there, and it's really good against Draco too. Because if they leave their one floodgate there, you can usually outgrind them because they've only got one card left, but I prefer Twin Twister. And then the last card was just Cowboy, just because new time rule's a bit annoying. So when I'm doing the combo and time gets called, I want this in my extra deck to just burn for 800. It never actually came up at all, but it came up for Jordan. So I think he's quite glad I played it, but it never came up for me, and I'm glad it didn't come up for me because it would have been really annoying. And that was the main deck. Overall, I'm really happy I played Gouki. I think it's the best deck for that tournament, especially with the amount of Trickstars I played. In Swiss, I played 8 out of 10. I only lost to my friend Daniel Jackson in Top 64. He was playing Pendulum. And funnily enough, Jordan got knocked out by Pendulum 2 in Top 4. We both just bricked, which is funny. They were both bricked against Pendulum, but what can you do? I won the roll against Danny too, and I was like, oh, I'll just show you my hand, and then if I U-link here, then you go, you're dead. And then I bricked, so they didn't even get to that, so whatever. And so shout outs to E-ManGames, the team that I'm on, and everyone on that team who supports and helps me with the deck theory and stuff. They've been really helpful. And shout out to Monster for their support as well. And a big shout out to Jordan and everyone from Scotland and Jordan who played the deck as well, and who I travelled with. Big shout out to Luke, Joward and Omar who helped me with the deck too and the theory. And another big shout out to Jacob, who helped me supply with the cards and allowed me to play Gouki, since these were like most of his cards. So I really appreciate that. And so that was the day. Thank you very much.